My name's Richard CLYNES. My profession is I work for a bank as a finance business partner. The course I studied was the MBA and I'm from the United Kingdom. Challenging, rewarding, and I would probably say experimental. Yeah. Because the course was online, so I'd worked full-time whilst studying for my MBA, writing my dissertation, all online, using online tutors. The main way I kept motivated was keeping in touch with the other students and keeping in touch with the tutors, because having that human connection there when you're working remotely and studying remotely as opposed to being in person is super key, and keep in touch with everyone to see how everyone else is progressing, I think is the most important thing. I chose LSBF because of the global presence and also the online course as well. That online course helped me whilst working a full-time job. I could do the MBA on evenings and also on weekends, which I wouldn't have been able to do elsewhere. And the quality of tutors that are provided during the courses have been absolutely paramount. They're experts in their fields and they provide information and guidance that I'm not sure you could get elsewhere. To make sure I kept those connections with people, and it's not just about the granular detail in terms of the course that you're studying, but it's about the wider context in terms of making sure you stay up to date with everybody, and also I would say just receiving regular updates, because it is very tough when you're working remotely online, especially as I started during COVID. It can be quite a lonely time. So keeping those connections and getting that feedback to make sure I was keeping up to date with everyone was absolutely paramount to my studies. So now I've completed my MBA, I've recently moved roles. So previously I worked in consulting. Only last month I've now moved into the banking sector, and that was largely due to my MBA, which I did a lot of investment banking during that course, which helped me through the interview process, and I'm sure it will help me in my role in my new job going forward as well. Certainly the day I handed my dissertation in, after all that hard work, hundreds and hundreds of hours put into completing the MBA course over 18-month period, then the final day you hand that dissertation in, you've wrote thousands and thousands of words. It was a huge relief, but incredibly rewarding at the same time through all those tough periods working remotely. There's a huge global reach from LSBF that I think a lot of other universities may not have. You get to meet like-minded people from around the globe, not just within the United Kingdom. And the online course that they provided for myself was absolutely paramount. When completing my studies, I wouldn't have been able to do this in person, one, because I couldn't have the time and I couldn't quit my job, and secondly, because I started during COVID, it was more of an online presence as opposed to an in-person presence, and that was absolutely key to completing this course, and I would recommend it to anyone wanting to start an MBA course.